Hi, everyone. The world of numerology is really, really diverse, yeah, with multiple methods. And very often, if you say the word numerology, everyone thinks actually only one solution, that you've got to change this name, the spelling of your name, yeah. But what if we told you you could use not one, not two, but more than 2 dozen solutions? What is simply changing the direction you sit, making it according to your numbers, could change your fortune completely? What if we could, what if you could know how much money you'll make this year? Did you know you could do all that using numerology? Do you want to find out? Okay, then. We've got one of this year's most popular healer masters from the Mystic Lotus Pantheon. That's what I call our panel of healers, the Pantheon. If I had $1 for every time people have told me how much they love learning from Sushant, how generous he is, and how easy his way of teaching numerology is, I'd be able to buy the new iPhone 12. Sushant, I'm sure this audience is all set to experience the super awesome world of numerology with you. Welcome to the Mystic Lotus Awesome Healers Training Tele Summit.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ruchira, for a lovely and wonderful introduction. Thank you.
Sushant, you teach Chaldean, Pythagorean, Vedic, Chinese numerology, all amalgamated into your course. Why is it important to know all four? Isn't just like one or two enough to get started, as especially if you're a beginner?
Um, See, you can start with one or two if you are a beginner, but then where you will get stuck is that nowadays you will go and you will give any solution, any name correction, or any remedy, or even any reading of number to someone.
Yeah.
They will say, no, this person is saying this person is saying that. You will never be able. So you can be in any normal numerologist, but if you want to be a genius, if you want to go over and above everyone, then you got to know what works, what doesn't, why it works and why it doesn't, and
Mm,
what needs to be applied where and what shouldn't be applied where.
okay.
So that all clarity you get when you take out the important aspects, major important aspects of the four majorly practiced numerology techniques in the world. And
Ah.
that is why it is of utmost important to learn all four of them. We also need to know which techniques works for name correction, which techniques works for color suggestions. There are multiple techniques for giving directions. Sometimes people get stuck in all this, and sometimes they are not able to come to the right conclusion. So that's where having knowledge of all four works. Many a times application of four works in giving the best possible solution to the client, as well as coming to the best possible analysis of a particular situation of or a person.
Mm,
For example, a disease. So each method will tell you in a different way what kind of diseases can happen to person. Now this is, but here when you combine 3 to 4 methods, and then you reach to a list of diseases, and out of that 2 to 3 will be major. Now,
mhm.
when you say, okay, these could be the areas where you need to take care of your health, these could be the areas where you need to focus your workout, your food, your diet, your healing, whatever healing, alternative healing that you are taking, your yoga asanas, your pranayamas, then that can be a major game changer in your life, because that can save you from spending lakhs of rupees to hospitals and doctors, as well as if you are doing right now, it can also save you to reduce that from your life.
That's very true, and we know that more, I think, intimately and more clearly this year than ever before. How important it is, how important it is to not go into the hospital.
Yeah.
That's true. Sushant, what you have these 108 aspects that you cover, right?
Yes.
Um, that help you understand, give you this really, really strong understanding. Can you give us some examples of how to use some of these 108 aspects?
So first of all, there is no limit in which you can use this. As in, when more and more courses I take, the list keeps on expanding.
Yeah.
But I will just share a few which are coming to my mind at the moment.
Hmm.
So you can use it to choose the right direction for your business, right direction for doing your daily workouts. You can also choose it to right direction to sit at your office or workplace, so that in terms of money and in terms of growth, you can get the best out of whatever activities you are doing. You can choose it to, you can apply it to choose the right name, right car number, right bike number, right house number.
Hmm.
Even if there's some defects in all of these, you can apply it to make corrections in that as well, in your house number, in your name. You can apply it in your mobile number. You can apply it in the what color of clothes you should wear on a particular occasion. For example, if you are going for an interview, what color clothes you should be wearing to get the maximum out of it. If you are going for an important meeting where lakhs of crores of rupees or transactions are involved, then
Hmm.
what color of clothes, what color of shoes, what color of watch, it's endless. You can also use it to select which passwords, if you keep in your mobile, for your mobile or your laptop, or wherever you can apply the passwords. Which
Hmm.
passwords, if you keep within 2 to 3 months, it will start showing you better results in all aspects of your life.
I remember once you mentioning this, Sushant, in
Yeah,
fact, on one of our other calls, where you said that, you are punching in that password so many times in a day.
correct,
And therefore you are channeling that number's energy every time.
correct,
And so it's very, very critical that you look at what energy are you channeling all the time, what energy are you creating, adding on to yours. Could you give us
correct.
an example, Sushant, where in a case where this sort of very simple remedy has made such a big difference because of this repetitive number, either a bank account or a mobile number or a password number, something like this?
So one example I'll give you, and I just got a message when I was on a call from one of my friends. She's also in the numerology class. Now
Hmm.
she changed her mobile number 15 days back,
Okay.
and two things were there. One, there were challenges at job. Of course, due to COVID, also we see a lot of companies are cutting down on their expenditure, and hence the load on employees is increasing. So that was one thing. But
Yeah.
apart from that, she is also into many spiritual practices, and she does this tarot reading and akashic reading as well.
Hmm.
So she said, once she introduced two numbers, and she bought a new mobile number for her business venture. She said, yeah, within 2 weeks I'm able to see my intuition has gone up, and the
Wow.
issues at job have significantly reduced by 60-70%. It's been a very smooth journey since after Diwali for her, she says. But before that, and she knew that there were many pending tasks were lined up. There were many projects were lined up. Lot of She knew lot of challenges could come once the Diwali vacations are over,
Hmm.
because she has been through such phase where she had to work during Diwali also, that is during holidays also, on her laptop. But she says, I don't know what happened, but something happened, and now things are going very smoothly.
How fabulous. How
Yeah,
fabulous. So this is what I always marvel in your calls, Sushant, how and the people you've taught as well, how the smallest of things smallest of changes made the biggest of impact in their
correct.
lives. Um, Tell us, Sushant. It sounds like a massive. When I look at your course, because you're teaching you're teaching partly astrology. You're teaching four different types of numerology. It looks like a multi-level course. How do you make this easy for someone to learn?
Yes. So the part of numerology, that is level 1, 2, and a little bit part of level 3 also, these
Hmm.
are very easy to learn. And the moment I explain the reading of numbers, that is again, of course, the people here, those who are on the call, are going to get a taste of it later on in the call.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they will know how it is and how easy it is to remember the qualities, businesses, people, and even the emotions associated with a particular number. So once your basics are clear from number 1 to 9,
Hmm.
the entire journey becomes pretty much easy. And over and above, apart from that, there are a lot of, I have tried to make it automated. I have tried to provide the very comprehensive notes where each and everything mentioned step by step.
Hmm.
That's they get the Excel workbook where a lot of calculations are can be done very easily. So rather than you sit with calculator and spend hours, you can just open an Excel workbook. You put the date of birth and calculation, which could otherwise take half an hour, is ready within 2 to 3 minutes.
Hmm. Okay. Um, could you? I'm going to dial back a little bit, Sushant. Could you tell us, because we may have some people who are new to numerology today in the audience. So, could you tell us a little bit about the four different types of numerology that you're covering?
Yes. So I cover particular few aspects of the Chaldean numerology,
Mm-hmm.
and it works basically based on all kinds of solutions. And so, for example, name correction, readings at certain level, it is also used in predictions, finding out, the major challenges for the person, a
Mm-hmm.
little bit in the qualities of the number. So in all these aspects, Chaldean numerology is applied. And
Mm-hmm.
Pythagorean numerology, which was found by the great mathematician Pythagoras, on whose name this numerology is. So we
Hmm.
also cover certain aspects of Pythagorean numerology where you would know that every individual have a four planes of existence. That is mental, emotional, physical, and intuitive.
Okay.
So either they would be, and we know what is the percentage or balance between these three, four planes an
Hmm.
individual is having in his life, or how they can also correct these four planes from their life just by introducing certain letters or numbers into their life.
Hmm.
And it can basically take care of, I would say, a huge amount of healing or transformation which would come just by way of awareness. So that becomes a default phenomena in an individual's life. And a Pythagorean, I teach many techniques to analyze a given name or a given number or a sequence of repetitive numbers from an individual's name, date of birth, and all the aspects. So that is where we use the Pythagorean, and the Vedic numerology is applied everywhere because I'm taking the Vedic numerology from the Parashara astrology because again, astrology also has a part of numerology.
Hmm.
So interconnecting with Parashara astrology, from there taking the Vedic and the meaning of numbers, planets, and their qualities, and then applying it everywhere. So Vedic numerology is applied in almost every aspect of my entire course, and that's what makes it very easy. That's what makes it very unique.
Tell us the key difference between these four things that bring that makes it really important to have them, to study all of them, because otherwise you would be missing out something that would be really, really important, right?
Correct. So one more aspect is Chinese numerology, that is your
Okay.
Loshu grade, Kua number, and all these things.
Hmm.
So then the difference between these is Vedic numerology. If you learn numerology by
Hmm.
taking Vedic numerology or the readings of Vedic numerology as a base,
Hmm.
it's very easy to learn and understand the numerology in such a way that you don't have to literally even remember the notes.
Ah,
When
okay.
level 1 and 2 notes, I would say, which can form part of up to 200, maybe 260, 70 pages.
Hmm.
If you just focus on readings of letter 1 to 9 and go with the Vedic numerology reading, how I interconnect it with the qualities of the planet, then
Hmm.
you don't need to remember that. And when you apply it to any all the other areas of numerology, it becomes very easy to give your readings and which are your own readings, which are not taken from any books, which are not taken from any uh, content as such, and which is your own unique creation. And
Hmm.
that's what it matters because during the course it was happened like I was able to predict for few people that I can see this formation, which tells me that when you meet people in real life, you feel very open and connected, and you open up to them. But when you're talking to them on phone or over Zoom call or WhatsApp calls, you don't feel connected, and you are just after cutting the call or finishing it pretty sooner. And they said, wow, I mean, they said, I
How
have
did you know
consulted
that?
astrologers who was able to say such a unique thing about my personality. And you were like bang on that. So that is there. Caldian, as I said, it's good for the solution part as well as it is very easy to apply.
Okay.
So when you apply the Caldian, a lot of complication is removed from the numerology. Whereas when you bring both Pythagorean and Caldian, especially Pythagorean, then there is a lot of complication gets involved,
Uh,
especially for the name correction.
uh,
Because you will see the name correction, then you will see whether it is matching with soul urge, personality, and all these numbers, whether it is giving your mental, emotional, physical, and intuitive planes or not. So that's where the Chaldean numerology comes to your rescue. And Pythagorean numerology comes where we need to create a base for remedies for you yourself, like your own individual remedies, which I teach during the course. Okay, how you can do the missing number filling remedy, which is applicable to you yourself, unique, and which number you can target to start with, so that you are able to see the major transformations in your life. So that's where Pythagorean numerology can be applied, and it can also be used. So first and very foremost thing in a person's life is determination. If they don't have determination, for example, somebody comes for my course and they are someone who haven't completed any courses in their life. They
mm,
pay the money knowing that they will get the recording, they don't end up attending the course.
mm.
Now, suppose they apply one remedy whereby we end up completing the determination area of their life. They will not only complete the course, but also they will complete all the homework, everything, and they will also end up mastering this science. So there have been 3, 4 people in my batches who are like laziness raised to infinitive kind of people, and once their determination aspect of life was filled,
Mm.
then they said, yes, this was a difference which I haven't found. Means I'm running after things, I'm trying everything, I'm tired. But once I applied this very simple remedy, which just takes a piece of paper and a pen, that's it. And I did that. And now I find that I'm determined in life in every aspect of life. Whether it is losing my weight, whether it is following a good food habits, whether it is doing something which will contribute something to my overall life every day, or whether it is discarding something which is not contributing to my life every day. So that's Pythagorean. And with Chinese numerology, the applications are very simple. And Chinese numerology is more specific and dynamic when it comes to choosing your direction. Like in the remedy called Kua number, you can have a direction of health, wealth, and growth. And then there are directions called as six killings, five ghosts, and all that. So don't fear. The five ghosts doesn't mean there are five ghosts sitting in that direction. It just means some kind of challenges might come if you do things while facing that direction. So that's where the Chinese numerology comes to your rescue. And apart from that, many times one of the unique aspect is logo designing,
Mm.
and which can be like, you get one client for logo designing, you end up recovering entire cost of the numerology course. Like you end up earning at least twice or thrice, because so in that aspect also Chinese numerology comes to your rescue, because you get multiple colors to be applied in a company logo, in a company's visiting card, even in the interiors of the company, right from which color of cabs a company can keep,
Mm.
to the number of their peons, office boys, numbers, which number a t-shirt or a attire they should give to particular executives for particular kind of works. So the application is endless.
That's awesome. My goodness, that's really, really awesome. And if I'm looking at something like colors and advising a company on colors and logo, etc., Sushant, it doesn't matter whether I'm designing them, right? This is the advice that I would give as a numerologist to a client.
Correct. This is the advice you will give as a numerologist to a client.
And
Yes.
that alone will recover, that sort of consultation fee would alone recover the course fee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah,
One
that's
of
really amazing.
Correct. One of the person who had learned numerology course with me ended up getting a quote from one of the Fortune 500 companies,
Wow.
and
Awesome.
she recovered 150 times of the course money just
Wow.
from one client. And she got so much of work. She said, even if I do this for one company, I am like a genius in numerology.
That's incredible. That's really, really incredible. I remember someone else also, one of our masterclass calls, she came on and said, the first thing she said is that my first, I think, couple of consultations, I had recovered all the money that I had invested in Sushant's
Yeah,
course.
yeah, correct.
So, okay, Sushant, tell us a little bit about you. We were talking about applications. In fact, one of our listeners had a question,
Sure.
Dr. Ashutosh Kumar. He says, I'm suffering from allergy, asthma since 5 years, diabetes, he's got osteoarthritis, and he's tried a whole bunch of different um, methods, I think, and he's not had any relief. And he's asking if there is a possible solution or cure in through numerology.
So, numerological solutions, when you apply,
Hmm.
one, you have to apply multiple remedies altogether. And
Okay.
second, when you apply, the very first thing they will do is they will uh, put an end to what is deteriorating in your life. Whether it could be your health, it could be your financial situation, whether it could be your relationships. So that is the very first thing you will see, that after applying those solutions,
Hmm.
you might be suffering from something, but obviously over the years it might be increasing, it might be taking toll on your health, in your money, and lot many aspects. So the very first thing that numerology could help with is to putting a stop to that. And then comes the improvement part. Now in improvement part, any healing, forget about numerology, any healing say creates all the potential that is needed, and then you combine it with action. For example, whatever you still have to do whatever is needed to become healthy.
Hmm.
But yes, when you combine both together, yes, it can give you result.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Even
Sushant.
yeah, can I just,
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
even if you would have tried certain healing modalities, or if you would have learned certain healing modalities and you would have applied it on yourself, just by combining numerology and using that modality in a particular order, you will see the impact of your healing session can go 10 to 50 times more.
Hmm.
So you can also apply it with your existing healing modalities which you are practicing. For
Mm-hmm.
example, if you would have tried Reiki, Lama Fera, or Omkara with Ali, any other healing modality,
Hmm.
so you can combine it with that, or any modality where there are symbols are drawn, the energy is sent, colors are used.
Okay. Sushant, tell us a little bit about. I know you have something really, really special for Telesummit listeners today in terms of what they would get to learn. Could you share a little bit about the special aspects of that you're covering?
Yeah, so the special, or I would say the major aspects that I'm covering in the numerology course are basically there are more than 100 points of this numerology technique which will be covered. There
Hmm.
are more than 27 plus kinds of remedies that you will get to apply, so that you can target same situation from multiple ways. And once you start doing that, you can see very quick and magical transformations in your life.
Hmm.
Learn, apart from learning all the major practiced techniques of the numerology worldwide, you will also learn how to decipher uh, impact of any number in your life, plus even decide right time for doing particular activities, which is one of the very important part. Because as you said, disease or relationship or money or anything, but when you see the trend of your past and you realize that you have been doing the major important things at times where they might not give you good result, so then over the period of time it's not going to improve. So that becomes one of the major aspect or area where the right time to start things which in this course I cover not only from year, month, or day, but it is also we also go till the detail of an hour or even minutes. So
Could you
it's
give us
as
an
good as,
example, Prashant, of something like that that makes a big difference? Could you give us an
for
example?
example, yes, for example, there's an organization and they want to buy a machinery.
Okay.
Okay, and or I'll give you one example. Like one of my friend, he bought a mobile phone in Diwali. Okay, and we all know that many people say that Diwali are the days when you don't need to see the Murtas, Diwali or Dashera. Correct?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
by default, it's a good model. He bought it, he lost it. He bought the second one after 2 days.
Hmm.
That also broke down.
Okay.
And when I said, okay, tell me the time when you bought it, I went back, did the calculation, and I found out that he had bought both the mobile phones at the wrong time. The time which
That's
will ultimately give him result of, thing will break down or it will just lose, like he will end up losing the thing. He may
hmm.
have to discontinue using that thing. So he bought it at such time. And then I suggested him one time that mobile phone he bought. So at least by far he's doing good with that. And I generally buy my mobile phones considering those times. So I have, uh, a record like whichever mobile phones are by far. I hardly remember any mobile phone I have given to the service center for repairing.
Wow.
It
Because
was
you
good.
apply this trick.
Yeah, applied it very well before buying. I have did pre-planning, and then I also see that the mobile phones last long. They last for 3 year, 4 year, whereas nowadays their lives are generally 1 to 1.5 to 2 year max. So
True.
this was about mobile phone. Now same thing you can apply to your laptop, computer, washing machine, refrigerator, air conditioners. If you are in corporate, then machinery in your office, in your factory, at your works. Now that cost is into lakhs or crores.
That's true.
And even you can also choose a right time for repair of the machinery.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, because you will find many people might have this. I have seen these challenges in many companies where one AC gets stuck and they again and again call the repair guy, and he keeps on visiting every 3, 3, 4 weeks, but nothing happens. And ultimately they have to buy a new AC only and they have to spend in lakhs. So even there you
Hmm.
can apply the time remedy to ensure that it's done one and it's done in the right way.
Incredible. Tell us a few of the other remedies you've pulled out of all these different
Yeah,
modalities.
correct. So one of the remedies are directional remedies, in which
Okay.
direction you could be facing, and as well as in which direction you could be sitting to get the maximum benefit of whatever activity that you are doing.
Hmm.
Another remedy is of missing number filling remedy in your date of birth. So in numerology, there's something called as numeroscope or numerology birth chart. And
Okay.
once you see that birth chart, everybody, so all of us do in our birth date, in our date of birth, month of birth, year of birth, including century,
Hmm.
we have certain numbers missing. So these missing numbers becomes our lessons or weaknesses in life, for which we have to try hard to get those qualities in life. So once you do the missing number filling remedy, that can give you the magical results in your life. It's like, people say, many people, that this was the thing which I was waiting for my life, waiting to see the transformation in my life. That level of
Hmm.
thing it can bring in your life. It can correct a programming which has been there since years.
So,
And
Sushant, I have I'm deviating from our from our conversation a little bit, but I want to give a taste to our listeners on. I want to see, is it possible for them to give you their date of birth or something like that for you to find out what their missing number is, and we could just check if
I
that's
can tell
the
them,
part that's weak in their life.
yeah, I can see their missing numbers. They can start posting.
Yeah. I'm just going to ask
Yeah,
our listeners to put in they just need to put in their date of birth, right?
yeah.
Okay. So put in your date of birth, and we will check for a few of you what part of your life could would need the most improvement or the most energy, let's say. Sushant, do you want to start with mine?
Sure.
15 1976.
I'll step it 15/10/1976. Correct?
Yeah. We've got
Yes.
everyone else
So,
been sending in.
yeah, I don't see anyone has posted their date of birth in the chat box. Only I have posted your ones.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you.
So
There's a whole bunch.
yeah, so it's 15/10/1976. So by which I can say you have number 5, 6, 7, all three. The number 4 is missing. Number 8 is also missing. Number 4, number 8, number 3, number 2. So the quality is related to this number. For example, 2 number is seen for mood or emotion. So missing number 2 means I would say you will not be someone who is a too much emotional kind of person. Neither would you be liking someone who is too much emotional, like extremely. You feel sometimes you're suffocated, like that's it, bro.
That is so apt. That is so right. And bang on, Sushant. My
Also,
goodness.
you has number 5 in your date of birth, like you say 15. It's 1 and 5.
Hmm.
So number 5 is seen to be the number of balance. So which means you have balance, or you are able to maintain balance in all aspects of life. No matter whatever kind of ups or downs you see in life, there's always a good balance is maintained. You don't kind of whatever kind of situations that come to life throws at you, they are not able to break you completely. You'll be able to maintain your equilibrium,
Thank God for that.
state where you are able to deal with those situations. And apart from that, I can see number 1 3 times repeating in your date of birth. So it is in your date of birth, that is 15, there is 1 1. In your month number, there is 1 1, that is October. And in your date of birth, 19 1 is there. So any number which is either there 1 or 2 times, we can say 2 times is like ideal. Anything which goes to 3 times
Okay.
or more, it is slightly more, you know, slightly in extreme. So qualities of number 1.
It needs to be tempered down.
Yeah, either it can be tempered down or it can be used in a, we need to have a realization so that we can use it selectively and we can use it to our advantage. So what are the qualities of number 1?
Uh,
Number 1 is the first number in all the numbers 1 to 9. So number 1 is seen said to be the number of starts or beginnings. So you love
hmm.
doing new beginnings in life, buying new thing, learning new course, learning new stuff, learning new language, trying new food, everything new, new, new. So uh, your focus is always on new. What is new in life most of the time
That's very,
nowadays?
very bang on. My goodness,
Yeah,
Sushant. I'm going to pause. I'm going to interrupt you there because a whole bunch of people have, and I don't want to hog all your time. So I'd like to share somebody else's number. Is that all right?
yeah, sure, please.
Yeah. So I'm going to just look through the whole bunch of them. Um, Tanmay. Tanmay has shared the number 7th April 1990.
7th April 1990 means, oh, 7th April 1990. Just one second.
7/4 1990.
Okay. What I'll do is there's also a technique by which whatever numbers you come through, you are able to make a particular reading out of it. Now, if that is applicable for this group, I'll do it by the end of the call. Basis on all the date of
Okay.
births which have been shared during this
Hmm.
call. But for that, I
Okay. All right.
note down all the birth dates which are being shared. So I'm just writing
Okay.
down yours,
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
and then I will write off Tanmai's. Yeah. So it's 15,
Yeah.
10, 1976. And then it is 7th April 1990.
Yeah. 7th April, 704
Nine,
1990.
1993.
Zero.
Zero. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Shall we
generally,
take Tanmay on and we'll just unmute her just 1 second.
sure.
Tanmay, can you unmute yourself? Let's see.
Yes. Are
Yeah.
you there,
I've put
Tanmay?
in a request to unmute. Okay, I'm putting in a request to unmute, but I'm not being able to. I'll just request the team. Shilpa, can you see if we can unmute Tanmay? Otherwise, we can check with for someone else's name in the meantime. There's
Hello.
okay. There we
Yeah.
go.
Hi,
Hi,
Tanmay.
Tanmay.
Hi, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead, Sushant. Tell
Yes.
me, Sushant's going to share his insights for you.
Yeah.
Okay, your date of birth is 7th of April 1990. So you are someone who is a scientist. Okay, and number seven are that they are, they are very inclined towards spirituality. Even a number seven can do very well in all the alternative therapies or occult sciences, particularly anything related to good intuition or giving clarity to others. Plus, communication is something which is your strength, a great communication. But now, if you have breaks in your signature, for example, when you sign and you are again and again your signature, you will have a very challenging communication. You will have challenges in the communication. Whereas if you end up connecting those breaks, so after writing T, you keep a break and then you write the rest of the name connected, your first name, and then the second, your surname. Okay? So surname should also come after break. So up to two to maybe three breaks are ideal in a signature. So once you start writing that signature, within 27 to 72 days max, you will start seeing major transformation in your life. One, if you have breaks in your signature, then I can also say that you might be someone who doesn't have a continuity in life, breaks in life, or you don't feel motivated for the day-to-day qualities, and that's why whatever you have in life is not, it's in spite of whoever you are. So in spite of all, but still, number seven gives you a lot of life. Yeah. And apart from that, I can see number five is missing in your date of birth. So number five is the number of balance. However, you have number one, that is the number of beginnings, and number nine, which is the number of completion or transformation or endings. So which means you love starting new activity, also you want to finish it, but whatever is required in order to finish it in a particular order or way, that's where you lack. For example, if you are learning a particular course, you will start with it with very good motivation, like, wow, I want to learn this, I want to do that. And you will be very much focused on completing it. Like, when comes the day when I wake up and I'm like master in these qualities? But number five talks about following through, bringing balance in order to go from start to completion. So that balance is missing. Now, when number five is missing, so balance in almost most of the areas in life. When particular challenges hit you or come into your life, so then it becomes slightly difficult for you to maintain that balance. Either you get extremely sad or you could go extremely happy. The only the only change in this area could be only when you might have either directly or indirectly number five influencing your life. by way of a person, or you have introduced it as a remedy by any way, knowingly or unknowingly. Apart from that, no, it would be very tough or difficult for you to maintain balance in life. Plus, apart from that, I can see the area of, so in a numero chart, we can see on a mental, emotional, and a physical plane. We are able to see these three planes. So on the physical plane, there is number nine. Now, number nine is said to be the number of very high energy. So I could say either you don't get physically active to do some work, but once you are active, then you will do it very fast. So you are very selective on what you want to do. But once you put your heart onto that, then you follow through and end up completing that.
That's awesome, Sushant. So much insight from just one aspect, which is just missing numbers. That's incredible, Sushant. How fabulous. I'm going to just quickly unmute. Although Tanmay has said in the chat already, so true. But I'll still just ask her to come on and tell us a little bit if all of this is right for her.
Hello.
Yes.
Tanmay, did this resonate
Yeah,
with you? Is
yeah.
it all
As
true?
what Sushant sir told, matlab, all of that is so true. Uh, as far as psychic intuitions are concerned, I am like psychic since childhood. So seven number, I am like you know spirituality की तरफ मेरा बहुत ज़्यादा association है since childhood. And what you said about like I lack motivation sometimes, yeah, that is so true. Like I start things, but somehow in the beginning I'm quite excited about things, and interest interest धीरे धीरे फिर वो कम होता जाता है. So there is what you said was really true about that. So motivation के लिए what should I do? Like I get that from inside, but somehow, maybe because of my laziness, I can say it somehow becomes difficult for me to retain that excitement or what you
Tanvi,
said.
today we are just looking at just getting a taste of all the things that you can find out from numerology. Yeah.
Hmm.
And the solutions are also there very much as Sushant has been talking about. So we're not going to go take up too much more time, and we'll move on to somebody else. You can
Yeah,
come in and
sure.
ask Sushant. Sushant's around tomorrow as well. You can come in and ask him more questions about if there are solutions in numerology that you could use, and then you could do the course. Yeah.
Okay, sure, ma'am.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Tanmay.
you. Thank you.
Thank you for your time, Tanmay.
Thanks, Sushant. That's really remarkable how much you can find out. And in fact, even the solutions must be so varied, Sushant. Lots and
Yeah.
lots of different solutions that she could, lots of simple remedies that she could use
Yes. These
for
can be
such
again
things.
tailor-made from person
Um,
to
we
person.
have We have a question from Manisha before we can go on. She's asking, what is the difference between astro numerology and normal astrology? I think that's what she means.
Yes. Very interesting question. First of all, thank you for asking. Now, what is the difference is in a normal numerology, for example, if you will connect with say number five. So what you would have read about number five on Google or books or from people is that number five is the most luckiest number. This happened, that happened, and there are positive qualities and there are negative qualities of each number.
Hmm.
But when you do the prediction part, the thing where I have seen most numerologists get stuck, if I give them two date of births who have same psychic number, same destiny number, and same numbers present in the date of birth. Okay, so their numeroscope is same, their psychic is same, their destiny is same. Maybe let's take their name number reading is also same. So that's where it's very tough for you to see the difference. What could be the differentiating factors between these two people to arrive at more unique readings? First thing. Plus, now when we say number one, so it is seen as king, sun, great motivator, great leader, all this stuff. But if you ask all the number ones, they will say many times you will get to hear that no, I lack leadership abilities. People don't listen to me, and I don't enjoy the superior position in my life. I'm not leader. I'm not manager. I'm not CEO, CFO, owner, or nothing. So then your reading doesn't resonate with me. So why it happens? That reason you will be able to know through astronumerology. And apart from that, the readings that astrology will give you, those are mind blowing. When you know the qualities of the 12 houses, and you know the basics of astrology and how to interconnect these with the planets, plus which are the strong or weak planet, and there's something called as dasha system of prediction. So by which you can literally chart out individual's entire 100 years of life. The major, which could be the major positive fields in his life, negative fields in his life, all that. Understood? Light चालू करिए.
That's incredible. That's really, really good. Sushant, I know you have planned something really special for all the listeners today. Do you want to take them through that? Hello? Okay, I don't know whether my internet has just gone. Ah, okay.
अरे घोड़ाची घोड़ा button चालू. Hello,
Hi, Sushant. Sorry.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. For a moment, things had frozen. I was wondering whether it's my internet or what. Okay. I was just saying that we do have one quick question. Naveena's asking about 13 is a karmic number. Can you talk about karmic and other numbers?
Yeah, so basically every number has a certain level of karma associated with it.
Okay.
I cannot say that a particular number is karmic and a particular number is not karmic.
Ah, okay.
What is more important is which number has a strong karma associated with it.
Okay.
Rather than saying this is a karmic number, this is not a karmic number. Because
Ah,
all of us are born with some karma, correct?
true.
Now it is said that 13 is a karmic number because it includes your Sun and Jupiter. That is your plan, number one and number three. Now the quality of sun is always more of leadership qualities, gaining light from within, being more of a dominating nature. Whereas Jupiter has more or less same qualities, but at certain levels there is a conflict. And
Mm,
when you look at the date of birth, it's always about so 13 is in terms of date of birth, it's a compound date of birth, 1 plus 3. So such date of births also have different reading as compared to a standalone single date of birth. What we call it as core psychic number. So someone having date of birth 1 to 9, that is called as a core psychic. And somebody is having date of birth 10 to 31, between 10 to 31. These are compound date of births. So that's where you see the major qualities will be of number 1 because it's falling first. And then 30-40% of number 3. And both combined have to give effect of number 4, which is Rahu.
ah, okay.
So, what all you know about Rahu? Now tell me, if the qualities of Sun leadership come, a quality of Guru, that is knowledge, come, but Rahu in numerology seem to be is depicted as a number of a hard work. So then a number 1 doesn't like hard work. Number 3 will do hard work only when it's learning. It's all about connected to education, either education or food. But the result is number 4 overall in general hard work in life. So tell me, number 1 is said to be king. So does a king likes working hard, like doing everything hands-on and all this stuff? Will a good teacher or a professor would like again and again working on petty things? No, they will hate it. In fact, if you give them, they will say, no, this is not my caliber. This is not something I'm here to do. So that's what brings a lot of resistance, lot of challenges for number 13 13 people's life. And Rahu brings, a little bit of, makes them a little bit headstrong. And because they are headstrong, but the ultimate result it has to give of number 4, which is so in my numerology, I explain this number 1 to 9 like people sitting in a king's cabinet. So when number 1 is a king, number 2 is a queen. Similarly, so number 4 is a servant. So you have power of king and the wise guru, but most of your life you are working like a servant. Now interconnecting that might require my 15 to 20 minutes more,
Mm.
but if you can just just think over it calmly, you will be able to interconnect. A
But what
servant
do
is
you want
someone who is
to
hardworking. A
do?
servant means someone who has to toil from morning to night, but they don't get the result they want in life. They always feel that they have done work of thousands, but they have earned in hundreds.
Okay.
A servant is also again someone who doesn't have their own decision, choice, or desire for what they want to do in life. So that's where also these people will find challenges. And that is why it is said to be the karmic number, because all this karma is associated. And in general, in numerology, number 4, number 8, and even at many aspects, number 4 and 7. So number 4, 8, 9, and 7. These are called as karmic numbers. So every number which totals to these numbers are karmic number. Okay,
Okay.
can be any number, not necessarily it has to be 13 only. It can be 17 also. 17 also a very heavy major karmic number because it totals to number 8.
Okay.
That is our beloved Shani Baba.
All right, Meeta. And in fact, Sushant is saying you're very, very correct. My husband is a 13. He hates work.
Yeah, but
All
he will
right.
have to work. He might be hating it, but the challenge of his life is that he have to work.
Mm,
He cannot run away from it. No
mm.
matter what he did, what he does, somehow the work comes up. If he leave the job, something happened at home and he have to work. He have to get up and do something.
No.
So
Uh,
that's what becomes challenging for these people.
Sushant, I was just going to remind you before we had that little break of the internet, that you had something special planned for everyone today, right?
Yeah,
Would you like to take everyone through that?
sure.
Yeah.
So now people, uh, get on ready. I'll just explain you. I will just run you through how you can interconnect the qualities of sun, planet sun, or number 1 with every aspect of your life. Okay, and this is going to be interactive. So you can be posting in the chat box, or maybe
I'll
if
be
I don't know,
so.
Ruchira, people can unmute themselves and talk. I don't know.
It's best that they just post in the WhatsApp group
Yeah,
or in Telegram, and I'll read out the comments.
correct. Yes. So I'll start with number 1. As I explained in the king's cabinet, number 1 is the king himself. So king. So tell me, what are the qualities of a king?
Okay,
Can
everyone,
someone just post whatever
you
words
can just
intuitively
post,
come to
yeah,
your mind?
whatever comes, just post it on the groups on WhatsApp and Telegram groups,
I will
whichever
just
you're
give
on.
10 seconds and then I will start
Okay,
explaining them.
all right. What comes to mind when you think of a king? That's what you need to say. So Saramya says leader, Jayalakshmi says power.
Yes. So 10 seconds up. Now I will start.
Mhm.
So king is someone who is powerful. Of course, he has a great leadership qualities. He is the someone who is a great protector. Along with that, he is someone who is a great provider. Plus, a king will always be, larger than life, very generous at heart. So their number ones are very extravagant in their spendings. You will hardly come across a conjuice number 1, a stingy number 1.
That's true.
There will always be someone who loves spending money and who never, like if you tell them something related to money or discount, it will hurt them very bad.
Hmm.
Like I'm not that kind of person who goes for 5, 10% things. Don't tell me about that. And apart from that, now tell me, suppose if you are living and a king comes, like he passes from nearby you or he comes in your environment and you do not acknowledge him, what could be, you think, the reaction of a king?
Okay, people, you tell us the reaction you think is going to be from the king. Reena says, right, is. Oh, Ashish says, off with your head.
Sorry? Yeah.
Ashish says, off with your head. Ruchi says, offended. Asha says feel insulted and ignored.
Correct.
Ankita says insulted.
Yes.
Anjana also, yeah,
So
a lot of
yes.
insulted.
So the easiest way if you want to irritate a number one people is, if they come to you, if they come in party, if they come in your group, don't acknowledge them. Don't say them hi, how are you, nothing. Just pretend they are there or not there. And unknowingly, I'm telling you, this happens very unknowingly, but you can literally be in their bad books without even you knowing. You will say, no, I didn't do anything bad with him, but I don't know why he's acting so weird with me. So a number one is someone who will attract. First thing is because number one is connected to sun. Now let's go with the planet. Yeah.
Hmm.
So what does sun does to the planet or to us human beings? Sun gives us light. Correct.
Yeah,
Light gives us clarity.
that's true.
Clarity gives us vision.
That's true.
And vision leads us to the ultimate understanding of everything. And hence, every number one, they can be a really great teacher, leader, visionary,
Hmm.
even a great healer also. Because any modality which is there to give you ultimate understanding of all the nuances of life, in
Hmm.
that a number one will do very excellent. Now, sun is what? Sun is energy, correct?
True.
On the earth, if you can you imagine if a sun doesn't come up for 8 days, how we will feel?
Gloomy.
We'll literally feel weak, drained,
Yeah.
like no energy.
And depressed. It's
Yeah,
actually a seasonal disorder
correct.
that
Yeah.
people go through.
So sun is all about energy. Now, energy in our body or in a human being, forget about body, but in a human being, what is energy? Tell me. When can I say that the person is out of energy or energyless?
When they're exhausted.
Energy means life.
Everything
Can you
else.
agree? Can you all agree with this?
Yeah, yeah.
When I
So
say that person is energyless, I can also say he's lifeless. He's not
yeah,
lively.
in
Whereas
fact,
when you say someone that he's very lively person, which also means he's very energetic person.
hmm.
So then tell me, what does in a human, in a person, energy does signifies?
So Asha says strength and stamina.
Okay,
Uh, Delbert says energy is life force.
correct, life force. And
Vasundhara says happiness.
sorry,
Vasundhara says happiness and cheerfulness.
okay, not necessarily. Someone can be sad but still energetic. Someone can be angry but still energetic.
Preeti says source of life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, very near.
She says that in fact very energetic, so true, but sometimes they're very lazy. Rajni says lightness.
Yeah, but source of life. So tell me, when can I say the individual doesn't have life? He's lifeless or
Mm,
he's dead. When a person is dead, we can say energy is gone permanently.
yeah, yeah.
Then what is that thing?
I'm gonna let everyone else answer. Vishu says when heart stops working.
Okay.
Ashish says stuck, motionless.
Okay. More?
Um, I have some more comments. Asha says when soul leaves the body.
Exactly. Soul. And that is why in astrology, the placement of planet Sun denotes your soul.
Ah, okay.
Because energy in human body is soul. And that is why Sun signifies your soul.
Okay.
So Sun is called as Atma Karaka.
All right.
So Sun denotes your soul. Now, apart from that, what is that organ or a part of human body which is either weak or is not there? His body or organs will be energyless, like very loose or so. There, I can connect it with bones. Correct? If you have a strong bones, if you have a strong bone structure,
Hmm.
the body will not attract any diseases.
Hmm.
Whereas if you have weaker bone structures, your body can be full of diseases. Apart from that, for example, this is my hand.
Hmm.
If this bone is broken, the energy from my muscles is gone. As long as the bone is there, or as long as I have strong bones, my bone density is good,
Hmm.
I can say my energy is better than someone who might have more muscles than me.
Really?
Yeah, why not? Bruce Lee, did he have a lot of muscles?
No, he didn't. He was very lean.
But his bones were the bones of steel. He had a hands of steel. That's why he was one of the very strongest and very active man on the earth.
Hmm. Yeah, lot of
So
people. Lavina says skeleton.
yeah, so sun gives us light. Now, what do we mean by light?
Okay, let's ask everyone. Tell us, what does light signify for you? What do we mean by light? We'll just wait for everyone to. Vasudha says, for her, it's signifies joy. Vishu
Yes,
says clarity and energy. Jayalakshmi says
yes,
brightness.
correct,
Preeti says energy. Vaishali says vision and clarity. Deepa
correct.
says clear vision as well. Pratibha and Nehal, they all say knowledge.
Yes,
Ruchi says gives us directions.
correct. So these are all qualities of number one. When you have any number one person in your life, that someone's date of birth totaling to 1, 10, 19, or 28, if you need clarity, if you need vision, if you need knowledge about any particular subject in your life, you can always consult these people.
Uh,
Also, you can start your activities during those hours or minutes which signify number one to gain the best of the results in life.
hmm.
And fortunately, I have got this opportunity from Mystic Lotus to keep my call on number one. That is today is for December also. So number one is light. Light is knowledge. Hence, number ones are enlightening. They are knowledgeable. Also, sun gives you fire, correct?
That's
So
right.
from fire, I would say digestive fire.
Hmm.
If your planet sun is weak, then you will have diseases related to digestion. Whereas if your planet sun is strong, suppose you have excess fire in your body, then which are the very soft parts of the body which a number one can harm? Tell me.
Let everyone else answer. What are the parts that get harmed when you have too much fire in your body? Okay.
Excessive number one, correct.
Excessive number one. Vaishali says acidity.
Correct.
Nehal says stomach. Tanmay says
Yes.
solar plexus, around the solar plexus chakra.
Correct.
Dilbar says liver,
Yes.
lungs. Ashish says lungs. Preeti says muscles. Asha says navel. Ankita shares heartburn, and
Correct.
Deepa says all
Basically,
blood disorders.
yeah, blood disorders, burning sensations,
Hmm.
uh, your diseases of basically excessive fire is there, then acidity.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, when there is an excessive fire, then which are the soft organs of your body? These are your eyes.
Yeah, in fact, Sushant Kruti just message saying eyes.
Correct, eyes. So if anybody is having a strong sun, or
Hmm.
generally anyone who is a psychic number one
Hmm.
with good sun, they might face these issues in life. They could have acidity, they could have something related to eyes, either watery eyes, or maybe I have spectacles,
Hmm. Okay.
anything related to eyes, which could kind of harm the normal or natural functioning of their eyes.
Hmm. Okay.
So then fire means heat. Heat is energy.
Hmm.
Now, in our real life, forget about sun, forget about human body. In your real life, what are the things that are energy? Tell me.
Okay. We'll let everyone else answer. I'll take a look at WhatsApp as well. I've been looking at Telegram. Food.
Food. Okay.
Yeah. Um, Preeti says sunlight. Ashi says air. Vaishali says fire, water, and air.
Okay.
Hema says electricity.
Yes.
Pratibha says all Panchatattva.
Okay. Mhm.
Jayalakshmi says good relationship. Deepa says all living and non-living things. Actually, PM also says quite a few people say actually everything around is energy.
No, not in that sense. What is energetic? What is energy? When you are deprived of that, you will feel or you will be energyless. So in our day-to-day life,
Hmm.
applied to the aspects of your day-to-day life, not like the spiritual or metaphysical. So I will say energy means energy, correct? So what is energy? Electricity,
Yes, yes,
isn't it?
yes.
So electricity. So with electricity, it comes power lines, power poles, electricity stations, electricity generating plants, or electricity generating units. All
Hmm.
forms of electricity,
Hmm.
atomic energy, hydroelectricity,
Yeah.
and all things that are connected with electricity. Organizations or people working in these organizations, like
Uh,
your MSEB, Maharashtra State Electric Board, or
hmm.
any central board which supplies you electricity.
Okay. Hema,
Plus, every
you
company,
had it right. So one of
sorry,
our listeners, Hema, she had it right. She had said
yeah,
electricity.
correct. So then signifies your electricity, atomic energy, wind energy, basically all types of energy
Hmm.
and things related to energy. Electricity generating plants. If you have a company which is into distribution of electricity, you can connect that with number one. So these are the businesses or the areas or jobs which can be signified by number one. Apart from that,
Hmm.
the nature of king is ruling nature. You know, a king will rule, a king will command people, a king
Hmm.
will dominate people. Apart from that, a king will also have opportunity to work for others as it is light provider. So he will work for the janta.
Hmm.
He will always love doing something good for the janta. And as number one people are someone, they would love doing something for the welfare of normal people. But at the same time, they will have commanding ruling nature, which also means they cannot work under someone else. So whether it is a strong one or a weak one, if you ask
Hmm.
them what is your heart's desire, it is
Yeah.
to work independently. No one can order number one. Like if you order number one, then you are in not so much in their good books.
Yeah. We've got some comments saying
Now,
people would like to be in politics or the top position in office.
correct. So then all other areas which are connected with power,
Hmm.
because number one is power, king is power. So then what are the other professions which are powerful? It is so tell me in every country which is the uh, an organization or a artificial body which rules that country, which has the major power of ruling that country. Tell me.
Like an organization, you mean?
It can be organized, yeah,
Like a body.
yeah,
What
artificial.
sort of? Okay, all right. Um, Navina, I think has it. She says security.
Security, no, not necessarily.
Vasundhara says government. Asha
Yes,
says
absolutely,
government.
government. So then number one signifies central government and
Okay.
also people working in central government organizations. So if you are running a business and if you have any contract with central government, that also has a connection of number one.
Hmm.
So then central government, organizations owned by central government, organizations directly or indirectly managed by central government, people working under central government,
Hmm.
all these are represented by number one.
Okay.
Now, apart from central government, now who runs the government? Politicians.
True.
And politicians are also the ruling party
Yeah.
or the ruling person, like your prime minister of your country and all this. These people, they are also represented by number one, that is sun.
Hmm. Okay.
And all people who are in higher authorities or
Hmm.
any establishment which is as strong or as good as a ruling establishment, like they might have an indirect power to form the policies of the country itself.
Okay. Okay.
So there are certain countries where the businessmen have made so much investment, that entire economy of that country runs on their investment or their businesses. So
Hmm.
then they suggest the governments what policy they should form, how much percentage of tax they should keep, and accordingly adjustments are made.
Hmm. So Ritika, amongst our listeners, she says, absolutely true, sir. I'm a number one.
Yes.
A lot of these things, I think, resonated with her.
So now when I have said you few areas of work, few organizations,
Mm-hmm.
and a few qualities, so then I can also say that these are all are suited for number one people.
Hmm.
So if you are a number one, you can choose to work in a government organization, any form of electricity, any organization which is connected to electricity, any organization which has a ruling power on the country, direct or indirect connection with electricity, even electricity, the manufacturing units of electricity, these goods like your light, bulb, fan, all these are which are provider of
Ah,
electricity.
okay.
Your conductors, generators, inverters, these are related to
Electricals and
electricity. Batteries, companies manufacturing batteries like Exide,
hmm.
Amron, these
Hmm.
also represent electricity. So these are the best employers to work for. These are the best areas to work for. Politics, politician, and these are the kind of people if you have in your life, they will benefit you the most. You will be amazed. Now you will say, I work in a private job service. What benefit will it make if I be friends with someone who is working in a government? But just give it a try in your real life. You will see within 3 to 6 months, you will see significant changes in your life.
Hmm.
Things will start moving fast, easy, clarity on everything.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Sushant. That's like an incredible, and that's just number one.
Now, yes, few aspects. I think we are getting late, so I'll just quickly run through it, three
Mhm.
to
Yeah,
two
yeah,
minutes.
yeah, of course.
So, in our body, energy, soul, and also in general, when we have a good energy, we can say I have a good health. So, when you are energy deprived, when your health suffers, then to whom you go? You go to doctors.
Mhm.
Hence, doctors, medical, hospital, all the pharmaceutical companies, shops selling drugs, these are also represented by number one.
Hmm.
So all the health providers to human beings, hospital, medical education, medical shops, colleges teaching medical education, pharmaceutical companies, companies into medical research, these are all represented by number one or they have qualities of sun.
Okay.
And also because number one is the number of start and all the other numbers are nothing but a multiplication of number one. Hence, I will end this description with this that it is a must for everyone to have at least one number one in their life. So at least have one best friend whose date of birth is total into 1, 10, 19, or 28.
Hmm. That's really useful to have. We have a couple of messages, Sushant. Um, that are Asha says all number ones rock.
Yeah,
um, Satnam says I'm a number one, but I have many obstacles in my life.
yeah, there could be. That's what we were talking about when I was talking about uh, your strong or a weak side.
Ah, okay, okay, all right. Okay. Great. There's a whole bunch of people who have number ones in their life. That's fabulous.
Fantastic.
All right. Sushant, do you want to share quickly your course details, etc.? Because I don't want anyone to miss out on that. And I know you have an absolutely outstanding offer today.
Yeah.
Let me just share my screen and we'll. I know I when I looked at your offer, I was like, I was so tempted myself. All right.
So this is the course where I not only make you a numerologist, but an astro scientist. So what is the difference between a numerologist and a neuroscientist is after learning this course and at least practicing it, on 10 charts, I will say 10 to 20 people's charts, you can be so much confident that you can sit with any person who has been practicing numerology since 15 to 20 years, and you can teach them a thing or two, or you can arrive at your own conclusion without my help. Because when we introduce astrology, then for the getting clarity in numerology becomes very easy. And this is one of the most comprehensive course. You can go through the syllabus, obviously from the page. One of the most comprehensive course, I would say, at least I wasn't able to find it even on after Googling, like even on Earth. Now, apart from being a good numerologist, you will also learn how you can apply numerology in your healing practice to heal your clients also, so that same results can be obtained in lesser number of sessions. The learnings are very easy and very convenient. For example, right now we just covered number one. In my main course, I covered a lot of more things than that. But tell me now, any one of you, the way we connected with it, will you be ever be able to forget the qualities of number one? Maybe
Unlikely.
not. Yeah, this is like permanently registered in your mind. What all kind of organizations, what all kind of people, what all kind of professions, what are the qualities. So this is the way of teaching of my course, where you obviously get 350 page plus notes, but the explanation of those notes are so simple that you may hardly have to refer to the notes again and again. Okay? The remedies that you get in this course, there are more than 27 remedies, and all of these remedies will always cost you less price than a cost of a pizza, less than 100 or 200 rupees. All remedies. We don't have any such remedies which will put a hole in your pocket. So this is the best for you. This is the best for people who are coming to consult you. But the best part about this is the remedies, although they are so simple and so easy to apply, but apart from that, they can give you the best result than applying the remedies of even gemstone, or costly remedies which where you may have to spend in thousands or lakhs of rupees. Now, to further make this course even more simplified, you also get an automated Excel workbook, so that you have been saved the hours of time to do some calculations of numerology, and you can earn very well after learning the course. Now, this course covers the important four types of major numerological techniques, which are Chaldean, Pythagorean, Vedic, and Chinese. Apart from that, it covers more than 108 aspects of numerology, by which you can decipher any person. You can do predictions for health. You can suggest a suitable time for any event. You can suggest an effect of a car, house, mobile number on a person. You will get more than 350 plus page notes. You will be able to do the compatibility match of any two people. They both don't necessarily need to be in a romantic relationship. You can do it for a father and son, son and father, son and mother, any two people, or a group of people. So you can apply it not only in your personal life, but also in your corporate life. Like choosing your team members, which people will give you the maximum result in your team. You can decide that basis numerology.
That's quite
And
useful.
already you have certain team members who are not giving the result that you always desire. What kind of remedies? Simple. The changing the direction, sitting in a particular direction, maybe telling that person to shift and sit in a particular direction can bring significant results and uplift your team's productivity more than 50 to 60%. Now, this is the one of the biggest challenge in today's times, where companies are spending lakhs and crores of rupees on corporate training and all this stuff, where you can see without doing training, without spending hours, just by applying simple remedies, you can increase the productivity of your team.
That's really awesome. Sushant, I have a couple of questions.
Yeah.
I'm just going to read them out. Barry is asking if a person does not have any knowledge of astrology or numerology, will they be able to understand the concepts and the logic?
Yes, they will be. And this course is made in such a way only where
Were
you
you able to
don't
hear that?
anything, you don't know anything about numerology, you don't know anything about astrology. We start from scratch and we go on building on the base. By the end of the course, you will say, I am confident enough. And one of the things which all the people who have learned the course can always repeat is, I am an awesome numerologist. Ruchita, yeah, can you go to the next slide also?
Yeah. In fact, Bharti was asking about is this the complete course? We'll just
Yes,
come to that, Bharti.
yes. So this is the complete course in numerology, and you will learn all the aspects which are covered in numerology. Uh, you can just go through the syllabus and just see how comprehensive is the syllabus. Apart from that, there are certain things which you might. So, for example, have you ever heard that you can also suggest a yoga sanas and pranayamas based on person's psychic number? You can also find what could be how to find the Vastu doshas in a space where a person is staying just from the date of birth. So these are the unique concepts which are either not covered in anywhere. These are also covered in this course. You will also be able to decide the direction for you to keep particular things. There are directional remedies like to keep particular object in a particular direction, and it goes on balancing the particular element or characteristics in your life so that to give you the maximum benefit. You also learn what are the innate desires of a person, how they express themselves, and out of mental, emotional, physical, and intuitive plane, which is the plane on which a particular person stays the most. So that whenever it comes, you can also decide the selling strategy basis on that. So, like if you want to get a yes from any person, you can get that once you know on which plane they are living, just from the date of birth and name. So you will know, okay, if I present this product or this service or this idea in this way, this person is more likely to agree and buy it or buy my idea.
Okay. Sushant, do you want me to take it? Go to the next?
Yes, sure. So now you can see on the screen there are 108 types of astro numero numbers. The ready-made meanings of the same will be shared with you in your notes in the course. There will be remedies of yoga sanas or pranayamas as per your psychic number. Then what is the role of destiny number in your life? The journey of numbers, which is my USP. Why number one is one, and how it interconnects to all the other nine numbers, and why each number is number, like why number two is two, why number three is three. What were the qualities? Why they were created in that way? That is what I call it as journey of numbers. You will also learn the important aspects of Chinese numerology, which is Loshu grade, your Kua number, their remedies, and you will learn to remember Loshu grade permanently within 3 minutes. I'm telling you, within 3 minutes, the moment I explain Loshu grade, you will never forget it in your life. Even if I wake you up at 3 a.m. in the morning and I tell you to draw Loshu grade, it will be perfect for you. And then we will see how to find the Raj Yogas in numerology, just from your date of birth, which are your Raj Yogas, and how it can signify that you will end up achieving the best in your life. You can see the impact of numbers present or numbers which are missing from your date of birth, what impact they could have, how you can do the remedial part for the same.
Mm-hmm.
The reading of your month of birth, your first letter of your name. Yes. So this is something very unique. Like this is on just the first letter of your name. We can say a thing or two about a person. And apart from that, there's something called as Katapyadi system of name analysis, which is world's most ancient coding system. So before even Chaldean and Pythagorean numerology, Katapyadi system has been there since thousands of years into existence to make the meaning of any number or any letter. So that also you will be learning, and that is the Vedic system. That is our Indian ancient system. So in old times, used to decide names basis that, used to consult that while deciding what an impact a particular name could have on a person. And for the name number, you get a ready-made chart. So in name number, if any one of you would have done it from Google or referring any book, then you would find that books or Google suggest and they tell you to arrive at a particular number. For example, they will tell you that you should have your name total into number 1. But it will not tell you that every number total into 1 is not the best number. You cannot be keeping your name at number 10. You cannot be keeping your name at number 28, although it total to number 1. Because even in name numbers, there are categories. The first category is best, second best, indifferent, and worst. So while deciding your name number, your name should always be in the best category. Only then it is going to give you the best results. So this ready-made chart you will get. You will also get the exercise to uplift your name and signature. And then we will dive into the predictive numerology part, where right from your year, month, day, you will go even till hour and minute-wise readings. Oh. And after that, you will be able to find the auspicious time for any activity. You will be also be able to find out the probable year of wedding for a person, whether there is a possibility of late marriage, and wealth yoga indicators for the year for the person. For example, if their income is say X amount, then whether they will earn 30% more than X amount, or it will be same, or it can be less than that in a year. That also you can predict. You can find out lost items after learning this course. So that's like a most valuable part, because just few days back, one of a person had lost his golden chain and cufflinks. And he applied this remedy and he was able to find it. Wow. So that's priceless. The price of these things were into lakhs of rupees. And there's something called as Krishna Numerology, that is pyramid system, by which even if you don't have the date of birth of a person and they come to you and they have a particular question relating to their life, you can still answer that question by using pyramid system, or you can give the result of any particular question using pyramid system. And then there are certain advanced techniques to give the timelines for happening or not happening of a particular event. So you can say in how many months, weeks, or a days a particular event can happen.
Sushant, we had a question from Deepa. Deepa says, do we have to memorize everything?
No. As I said, Deepak, did you have to memorize number 1 qualities when I explained to you right now? Or whenever you will be encountering number 1, this qualities will just naturally come to you. Like you'll remember, okay, this is something I can connect with number 1.
Yeah. And Hema was asking.
Yeah, just a minute, Michira. So I'm not saying that
you saw reading in your
sorry,
in your course. Hema was asking about she read that there's a element that you teach called thought reading.
Correct. So thought reading means when it's done.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you. So thought reading means just by asking a person a particular question, we are able to know what things he's thinking about. Isn't it magical?
Okay.
Like I just ask a few numbers to that person, he answers it, and then calculating, I can tell them, oh, okay, you are thinking about this things.
That is really spooky.
Yeah.
That is really spooky. That would be amazing. My goodness. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Deepa did respond, Sushant, when you asked about her remembering about number 1. She said that's true. It's yep.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So, but that doesn't mean, Deepa, that you don't have to remember anything at all. Okay. There are certain aspects where you need to remember, but whatever you need to remember, these are very easy things. And even if you practice on 10 to 20 charts, done. I'm telling you, after doing this course, you practice on 10 charts, applying everything. Maybe you give it few hours of time to each chart. And once the 10 charts are done, you can confidently practice and you can outperform anyone who has been practicing numerology since 20, 15, 25 years. So that is the quality or the beauty of this course.
And Sushant, there was one Jasmeeta's asking, can you do this thought reading experiment on me right now?
No, not
See,
now.
I said, no, I don't think so either.
It will
This is
again take
highly
more time.
dangerous. I don't think I want Sushant reading my thoughts right now.
It has
But
to be intuitive. Whoever has asked,
hmm.
you shouldn't be knowing that I'm reading your thought. I should just tell you, okay, tell me 9 random numbers. And you just say, okay, 1, 3, 5, 8, 9, 7, 9. And then I do some calculation. I do, okay, are you thinking about this? And then you say, oh, yes, how the hell do you know? It has to be done like this.
That is the best party trick ever, Sushant.
Yeah, correct.
You would, anyone who learns that would be like the star of the party.
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay. Shall we go to level 3?
Yes.
Yeah. And I just want to tell everyone that Sushant taught the Loshu grid on one of our master classes. And the way he taught it, even I can draw a Loshu grid today.
Yeah. Thank
So
you.
that's how, and I don't know anything about numerology otherwise.
Yeah. So in level 3, we will cover the 5 elements theory and what are the relationship between all the elements, how you can apply this theory in understanding a person, a business, even suggesting the logo colors for a company and even the colors of the interiors of a company. And then we move to the astrology part. So then in astrology, we start with the basics and then we all the way, you can see there's a long list of multiple things and yogas and characteristics of houses. More than 10 qualities you will have to decipher any person. And these are going to be very unique, which you will never like. Even the reading itself is unique. I'm giving you just one chart. In that one chart, all this that you are seeing, the astrology part, will be there in just one chart. That's it. So you look at that chart and you come with all the readings. You don't need to remember 80, 90 pages of notes. So I've simplified it so much. Now, in a traditional way, if you go to learn astrology and to understand or come up with these much things, it might take you 1.5 to 2 years. What you will be learning here within 1 month. And then we will learn in the level 3, we will learn the application of numerology in different aspects of life, covering every aspect of level 1, 2, and 3. So once you are a master numerologist in level 3, you will also learn how to apply everything that we learn to give the best reading, best solution, and the best predictions for any aspect of your life. That is all covered in level 3, where we cover your business numerology, we cover the numerology for health, we cover the numerology for immovable property, vehicles, compatibility match. We will also cover how to make your business card. Even in astrology, there's something called as Kal Purush or human anatomy. Once you know that, then basis of your Mahadashas, you can also predict in which parts of the body an individual might get, challenges or diseases during which months or years. And basis that, you can suggest them the remedies, or you can tell them to focus on particular exercises.
Okay. Sushant, Ritika's asking, and there are a couple of, I think Veera's asking the same. Is there a lot of maths to do?
From level 1 to 2, even level 3, no, there is no much mathematics. I will tell you what kind of mathematics it is. It is like if I say a date of birth 17, 12, 19, 90. I will tell you total 1 plus 7 is equal to how much? And then you total 1 plus 7, 12, 1 plus 2, and 1985 reduce it to single digit and total. That is the mathematics.
That's
And
right.
in the level 3, the mathematics is only about days, months, and years. The add this much days to this year, this much month to this year. When a days go more than 31, then you convert the days into months. So you shift 30 days to the month column, and the remainder 1 day stays there, like that. So these are the level of mathematics you should know. Basically, I'm saying anyone uh, who have had a good marks in standard second or third can join my course. Or anyone who understands mathematics of up to level 3 can confidently join this course.
All right. We can do that right now to demonstrate how easy it is. Shall we just quickly, Sushant, give me a date of birth. I'm terrible at maths, so I'm going to do it live on the call.
Okay, exactly.
Give me your date of birth, and I will add it.
Okay, so I'll give you date of birth of today is like 1/12/2020.
So I have to reduce it to a single digit. So
Right?
1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 4 because 2020 and we
Yeah,
know that's so it comes to an 8.
correct.
Okay,
If I take
everyone,
anyone,
that's the maths that you have to do.
yeah, that is the level of mathematics. Few things here and there, but again, as I said, anyone who can understand mathematics up to standard, second or third standard, that is your basic addition and division and plus minus, that's it. Apart from that, there is no complex mathematics involved. And wherever it is involved, we have automated that in an Excel sheet. So you get it just within few minutes. You don't have to sit and do that.
Fantastic. Sushant, you have a whole bunch of bonuses as well today that you're offering when somebody takes all 3 levels.
Yes. So whenever you take all 3 levels, you will get access to all these course recordings, which are worth 23,999. So if somebody needs only recording, then this is the rate. So this you get free of cost. This is as a complimentary with you when you buy the course today. And you also get support sessions after the workshop where it will be a full 2 hour session where only doubts will be clear. Whatever your doubts related to. Now, even after everyday call, we will also have a doubt clearing session, definitely. But still, if you any time in future you feel that okay, I have certain doubts, then you are covered. We have practice session. That is the session in which I will literally show you how I consult a client with Astro Numerology, how I go through their date of birth and all the aspects of their life, and how I suggest them the remedies.
Okay.
So you will literally know how to even consult a client and apply everything from this level 1 to 3 in your own practice.
Fabulous. Fabulous. There's a
And also, you will be added to a private Telegram group where initially it will be the Telegram group for the course. And once the course is over, then I'll add you to the main Telegram group of the past students where any question, queries, doubts, suggestions can be clarified. You will have answer to all your queries. Also, anywhere you are getting stuck, you get an instant help through that Telegram group. Apart from that, any updates are there in the course, you will receive that.
That's a great support group to have when you've learned recently. It's always a really good thing to have a support group of past students plus your teacher and mentor to be in case there's anything that any place you're stuck or you want a second opinion, you can easily just check in that support group, right, Sushant?
Yes, correct.
Great. And you're offering the Excel workbook and there's a certificate, right?
Yes, so everyone will be doing the course. You will also get a certificate of completion of this course. And for that, I'm gonna let you do some work also. So I'll tell you to just give me a one case study. It can be your own as well.
Hmm.
You do your own case study, you apply everything that we have learned in the course, you submit it, and you get your certificate.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and you
Okay.
also get automated Excel workbook in which within 2 minutes you can calculate the best the reading of a year for a person, reading of a month for a person, reading of a day, reading of an hour, and even reading for a minute. All that within max to max 5 minutes you will be able to calculate from that workbook. And I'm telling you, many people are making big money out of that. Like, right now 2021 is approaching. So people will come to you in January. Give me predictions for year 2021. You can just spend 5 minutes. You can get all the numbers, connect all the readings, write down your report in 20-25 minutes, and you can charge a very good money for that.
Awesome. And of course, everyone who's doing all three levels, you're also getting 50% off on a listing. So you can be listed on the Mystic Lotus platform for a whole year, and you're getting 50% off on that listing. So
Yes, so that is like a cherry on the cake. Like you learn it and then you are able to earn from it also. Fantastic.
that's right. And you don't have to, you're automatically marketed by us and
Yeah,
promoted
correct.
by us. All right. Um, Let me just, I had a question from someone, Sushant. I think it was about, yeah, so Manoj was asking, can numerology help in health as well, just like astrology?
Sorry, the numerology can help in?
Health, can it work for in health issues as just like astrology works?
Yes, it can. In fact, in health issue, the best thing that works is the energy healing, let me tell you. But a numerology, application of numerology will ensure that you end up avoiding many complicated health issues. And yes, once you apply the numerology remedies, particularly the remedies of your signature, oh, how can I miss that? That is my USP. The suggestions of signature that you will get in this course, these are going to be completely different, which you might not find anywhere. Like if you have a particular psychic number, you should bring in these qualities in your signature. If you have a particular psychic number, you should not have these things in your signature. You should sign in such a way so that your major health issues or challenges are taken care of. The moment you apply those things in your signature, and along with the remedies like your missing number filling remedies, directional remedies, and even the yogas and pranayamas, definitely it can work very beautifully in your health issues also. It can bring you to a state where you are more energetic, more active, and more healthy in your life.
Fabulous. Shall we reveal what this is usually priced at, and then we'll share what it's priced at today.
Generally, considering all the bonuses and even your listing on the Mystic Lotus and everything, basically everything that I've just explained you, plus the main course, which is worth 46,999, level 1, 2, and 3, all three levels. If you buy it today, you get it at the best ever price of 27,999 only. You do not have to pay 46,999. You do not have to pay 1,12,000. You have to just pay 27,999. If you buy it today.
Fabulous. That's like an amazing, and all those remedies and
Yeah,
so many
everything. There are
applications.
more than 27 remedies to use or apply in every area of your life. You can use company logo colors, car colors, kids' names. So once you learn numerology, basically you can make income out of anything.
Sushant, when we launched the first round of the campaign for the Healers Training Tele Summit, we were constantly talking about acquiring new skills and looking at new possibilities, new ways to earn, new ways to heal issues, whether it's your own, whether it's others, and being able to do that in this sort of with this sort of an offer is astounding.
Yeah.
That's really, really amazing. I just had a question from Bharti. She's referring to your point about signature, changing your signature
Yeah.
slightly. She says, but changing name or signature can be taxing in legal and banking issues.
So that's up to you. You may choose to change it or you may choose not to change it. Simple.
So you can still practice a new signature and bring that
Yes,
energy into and basically heal that aspect of your life.
correct.
But you don't have to apply that signature to your banking and your legal
It
documents.
is not mandatory, but I suggest to apply because let me tell you, Bharti, Now you will say, I want transformation in my life, but I don't want to spend 2-3 hours visiting a bank. Tell me, how does it work? That you have
True.
to do that. Now, if you're not willing to do that, I'm saying even if you don't do that, yes, there's no side effect. But generally, I suggest to everyone that you should always have the same signature that you are practicing, you are doing in day-to-day life, signature that you do in bank and everywhere. It's always suggested to keep everything same. But if somebody who doesn't wants to spend time, effort into that, you may choose not to do that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Deepa's asking, can it be done like changing, you change your signature everywhere except the banks?
Sorry.
Is it possible to change your signature everywhere else, but just leave the same in the banks?
It can be done. Yes. Why not?
Hmm. Because also banks these days, there's so much, you're not really
Yeah.
signing so often in a bank
Yeah, yeah,
signature
banks are nowadays very flexible. Like their executive can come to your house and he can take your change signature and everything.
Yeah, true. All right. We have a second option for everyone. There's, if you just want to do level one, Sushant, you want to share that? Um,
Yes, so anyone who just wants to do level one, maybe, and you want to see how does the level one goes, and still want to get introduced to the enough, like around 6 to 7 remedies which you can start applying in your life, and still you start seeing the transformations, then just for today, we are offering the level one at the throwaway price of 12,999, where you get entire course recording access, which are worth 8,000 rupees. You get access to the private Telegram group. You'll also have a support session along with certificates and notes, and as well as apart from that, 50% off on a Mystic Lotus listing on the Mystic Lotus website. So not only your learning, but also your support, and it will be provided to you in such a way that you can always refer back to that. And plus, you're also getting an opportunity to market yourself as a healer
yeah.
and start an alternative source of income for you, which is very easy. Like, the good part of numerology is you don't need to explain someone what is numerology. For any other modality, first thing people will ask, okay, tell me what is it? Means if you say Lama Fera, then it's okay, what is Lama Fera? Can you explain me? From there, the things start. But the moment you become a numerologist, you just announce on your Facebook page, I'm a numerologist. And you will have all your friends and relatives reaching out to you.
Especially with that thought reading thing is right.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And I just want to remind everyone that everyone got a gift of 1,001 rupees. That's $11, which means that if you buy this package, if you buy level one or you buy level all three levels together, you'll get a cashback of 1,001 rupees or $11. Yeah. So if you've not used that as yet, you can use that right now. I saw somebody raising a hand. Just post your question on the groups. I can read it out. I have not been reading a couple of the questions which are basically looking to consult Sushant on the
Okay.
call right now. You can reach out to him on the Telegram group, on the WhatsApp group, and he'll respond to you. We're focused on everyone who is curious and eager to learn numerology, to be able to apply it yourself on your problems. You don't have to then go for any consultations ever.
Yes.
All right. Jeevat is asking what will be the discounted. Okay. Jeevat, we're not offering any consults with Sushant today, but you can reach out to him through Amrish anytime to get a consult. Yeah. Okay. If are there any other questions? I'm just going to quickly check. This is really amazing, Sushant. I love your offer on all three levels. That is like a whopper. I've not seen this sort of offer on any numerology course, not even the ones which are simple, like like the basic, you're either learning, Chaldean, or you're learning one type of numerology. Here, it's astounding that you teach all of this that we covered from all the different remedies, more than 2 dozen remedies. All of that for just 27,999. That's $439. That's really, really
So this is like if
awesome.
you divide it in an hourly rate, like how much you are paying per hour to learn the courses. If I take 27,999, you are just paying 600 rupees per hour, which is not even a cost you might otherwise pay to a tarot reader to do a tarot reading.
That's
In
true.
that you are acquiring a skill for lifetime, which can generate a very good, which can set up a revenue stream for you. And let me tell you, many of the people who have learned from me and those who started their practice, many of them within 1 to 2 months ended up recovering their entire money of the course.
Let's actually hear from some of them. So, Shad, I'm going to check if we have, let me just quickly check over here. If we have Sangeeta, do we have Sangeeta Agarwal? Let me just check. Because I'd love to hear from those who have already learned from you. And I saw that we had a few people who had joined in. Do we have Dr. Priya or Mehrnaz? And I'll just stop my share.
I think she was there, but she left the meeting.
Oh gosh, I think we lost track of time. I was looking for Dr. Priya or Mehrnaz or Asha. Let me just check. Otherwise, we'll try and see if we can speak with them tomorrow when you're doing a demo call. That'll be really, it'll be really good for everyone to hear from them. If there, I'll just quickly check in the groups. Are there any other questions? And otherwise, we'll let everyone get on.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. There is all the links to the to block your spot on the course is in the groups, so you can quickly go ahead and book your spot. And Sushant is going to be there tomorrow. Sushant, what time are you doing your demo call tomorrow for everyone?
Yeah, it would be at 5. I was thinking 5:30, but I would rather keep it from 7 to 8 because
Okay,
then it would be easy for people who are working, preferably.
all right. And we'll share all the course details for Sushant's courses in the groups. The page link is also going to come to you on email, along with this call recording, so that you can go over the things that we covered today, so that you know exactly what's in the course. The offers are valid for 24 hours only, so do quickly see them and do quickly capitalize on this opportunity. And one last thing, you want to reach out for any issues with transactions, etc. You can reach out to Amrish. His numbers are in the groups as well. That's 98203 42288. He can help you out. And what else? Nothing else. I think we're we're good.
Yeah.
Sushant, it was fabulous to have you here. Always so much to learn, and I didn't even realize a couple of new things that you highlighted today. The thing about Vastu, finding out your Vastu dosha, looking at signatures. These are unusual aspects of numerology that I've only found in your courses, Sushant.
Yeah.
It's
Thank you.
it's wonderful. It's always enlightening your calls. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone else. Any other questions? I think your course timings, somebody had asked, Sushant.
So it will be in the evening. It will be from like 8 to 9:30.
Okay,
As of now, I have decided because
okay,
that is the time by which people reach home, or I might keep it from 8:30 to 10, which is by when you are done with your dinner and everything, and you can join in the course at peace and you can learn it.
okay. And course dates will be shared on the groups.
Yeah.
So you have, so everyone can see the course dates,
Yeah.
starting dates, etc. All right, thank you so much, everyone. Lovely to have you all here, and we will meet again. You can all meet Sushant again tomorrow at 7 p.m. And otherwise, we'll all meet you day after tomorrow. All right. Thank you so
All right.
much.
Thank you, Ruchira.
Thanks, Sushant. Bye
Thank
bye.
you very much. Bye bye.
Bye.